Hello, Unbiased Jim here doing a follow-up review on this GSEICE slushy machine that I purchased about a month ago. When I first purchased it, my decision to purchase it was based upon I was able to get parts for it. I made contact with the company. They said that parts were available, so I just had to take them at their word. I went ahead and I purchased the machine. Had initial problem with the machine in the very beginning, but it turned out to be a software configuration, and they sent me some instructions on how to get into the menu to correct that, and it's been working flawless ever since. I'm going to post that online. I'll post the instructions that they sent to me in case if somebody buys this machine and you have a problem with one of these sides that are not maintaining the freezing temperature that it should. And it's really easy to go into and change. My setting was at 36 and they said it had to be at 41. Has something to do with the defrosting threshold. So once we changed that setting, the machine's been working flawless. We've made all kinds of shakes in this thing. It's worked flawlessly since then. We've made your regular slushies that you would find in a convenience store to mocha latte, to just some regular shakes, malts. Found a recipe to the Wendy's chocolate frosty, and I can't tell the difference. It tasted terrific. It was almost like soft serve coming out. So we have really enjoyed it, probably used it so far 25, 30 times since we've had it, and once we fixed that problem in it, the software, it's worked great. And then I kept getting emails. They were telling me that the parts were going to be available, and I emailed them and I told them what parts I wanted. They told me to take a picture of the parts that I have and write down on there how many that I wanted. Took a snapshot of what was in the machine. I said I wanted 2 of these nylon augers, I wanted 20 of these O-rings, and I wanted 6 of the back rear gaskets. It came with a pair of rear gaskets and a pair of everything already, but I wanted more, and I was willing to pay for it. So when I emailed them, I asked them to send me a price list, and they said that they would take care of it and they will just send them to me. Well, they showed up today. Here are all the parts that they sent me today. And they did not charge me for any of these. I offered to pay for them. I asked them to send me a price list, and they didn't send me a price list. They just said that they would take care of it. They also knew that I was doing a review, but that doesn't change my perspective of how I would do the review, because I offered to pay for them. I just wanted to have these parts on hand in case they wear out or whatever. They sent me 8 of these bushings. They sent me 20 O-rings. They sent 6 more of the rear gaskets, which you can see how odd of a gasket that is. It's very proprietary. I have not found one anywhere. And then I asked for 2 augers. And these things are actually quite expensive when you look at some of the other brands, like for a bun or anything like that. They're like 50, 60 bucks a piece. But they sent me all these for free. So they held their word, and I'm impressed. I would like to know what they charge for each one. But I may email them later and see if I can get that out of them. If I do, I'll pass it along. Okay, so now that they've sent me those parts, I feel confident about them now. They were very responsive, and now I'm happy with the purchase. And now would I purchase this machine again? Absolutely. I love the machine once we've straightened this out. It's very fast. It's a lot quicker than what they think. I think that they say 25 to 35 minutes to freeze. We've had shakes and other things in here to freeze in 12 to 15 minutes. It kind of blew my mind on how quick it froze. But other than that, we've been very satisfied with it, and I pointed out the cons on it. Some of the things that I would change the way that this connects on. I wish that it kind of sat down a little bit better, locked on a little better. Like I said, I had one time to where it filled up with a slush, and it tried to push it up, but I didn't have this snapped in place. This right here, like I said, the drip trays here at the bottom, I think they could have been a little bit deeper. I've had a couple of times where I've run this like all day long, and after dripping a little bit after getting drinks out, this thing nearly fill up, not quite, but there's room underneath here. This thing could have been another inch deeper and accommodate a little more liquid spillage and stuff. And the stainless steel things, they're kind of thin. I mean, they do their job, but you have to kind of finagle with them to get them to I had to push that in and snap it down in. They don't snap in real well, but I think that could have been a little bit better design. But other than that, it would not keep me from buying it. Actually, I'm really impressed with the machine. It looks good. I've kind of peeked inside of it to see how the electronics are, the way they were laid out, and it's very nicely laid out. So you can tell this thing was actually, they put some thought into the engineering. It does not have an Embraco compressor in it. It has what they call a Kubigel, Cubigel. I don't really know anything about it. I guess it's a Chinese or Japanese compressor. I did look them up, do a little research on it, and they are considered a high quality compressor. I don't know if they're of the quality of an Embraco, but it's a very quiet machine. It's efficient. It cools down quick. I guess time will tell, and we'll just kind of go from there. But anyway, I just wanted to let everybody know that I did get the parts in for it, so they did come through and hold me. They held their word. They said they were going to send them to me, and sure enough, they did. So I do wish that I might reach out to them and ask them if they'll send me a price list. I don't know if they will or not. I asked them for one already, and that's when they just told me that they were going to send them anyway. But they also knew that I was doing a review. But that doesn't change the fact that whether or not I would falsely approve this, endorse this or not. I bought this with my own money. I spent $750 for this thing after tax. And there's not very many reviews out there on this particular machine. A lot of people complained about a lot of the other machines on there you couldn't find parts for. They would have a rear seal that failed, reached out to the company. They didn't respond. They didn't send them a seal. So they've got a boat anchor sitting on the floor after 6 months of use when a seal broke. And I didn't want to be in that situation. I didn't want to spend $700 on a machine. Seal starts leaking and I can't find a seal for it anywhere. You saw how odd that seal was. And I have not been, I've searched the web for days, could not find that seal anywhere. So it must be a very proprietary seal to this machine. But I'm glad that parts are available. And anyway, if there's anything that I can do to help you make a decision, drop me a message, send me put a comment online or, on YouTube, and I check it daily to see if there's any comments on there, and I'll do my best to try to answer, promptly. But anyway, I guess that's it, and y'all have a good day.